spots, rotting teeth, depression, anxiety attacks, personality changes, paranoia, rotting teeth. Take speed, Ecce or acid and you can develop any of them. Personality changes, paranoia.
This is a Coast Guard station, where a Coast Guard keeps watch for craft in difficulties at sea. Now just here, there could be a boat in distress, and this could be you, seeing it all happen. So what should you do? Make for the nearest telephone, dial, and ask for the Coast Guard. He's at the centre of the rescue organisation, in touch by telephone and radio with lifeboats and helicopters. So remember, for distress at sea, dial 999 and ask for the Coast Guard.
Mr. Reed? Mr. Reed? He's ready for you now.
Well, Michael, the results of your blood tests have come through, and we have found antibodies that indicate that you are HIV positive.
The AIDS virus can live on dirty needles and equipment, so don't share. Because just one fix with an infected needle will really get you out of it.
Hey, look. Tom's had a go at this.
Look, over there, there's a football.
Oh, yeah. Keep an eye on you two. Whoa. Hang on, mate. This place is electrified. That's for fighting little kids. You're right if you don't touch anything. I've seen people working up there.
Yeah, well, I don't particularly want to mess around with this type of stuff. It's not worth it.
You're just scared of getting caught.
Stay safe. Stay out. Don't take a chance with electricity.
When you fly your kite or model plane, remember you're in charge of a flying machine. Pilots have to observe safety rules. So must you. Make sure there are no pylons, overhead lines, or electric substations around.
Go!
Control lines, even if made of string or nylon, can conduct electricity, especially when they're wet.
Watch out!
Delta Zero Bravo, you are clear to take off.
Always make sure you're in a clear area to take off. Then you'll fly safe and play safe.
So that you will not think that I'm limiting your fun unreasonably, Roderick, I shall show you how there is a risk involved in using airbeds on the sea. In the first place, the airbed is not a boat. and cannot easily be controlled. Wind, current or tide can rapidly carry you away from the beach and out to sea. You will then have no means of getting back. If then you should fall off and have to try and swim after it, you will find it very difficult to regain.
Mum!
Never use an airbed where wind, waves and tides can take it and you into danger.
Who can it be? Perhaps it's your rich Aunt Annie who you love to see outside the front door. Or your loving husband who has lost his key outside the front door. Now I wonder who it is gonna be outside the front door. But stop! On the other hand, could it be that there's a real con man who will take you in outside the front door? Or a mad bad axeman who is deep in sin outside the front door? So put the chain on the door before you let them in through the front door. So put the chain on the door before you let them in through the front door. See who's there first before you open the door. Put the chain on.
You never know what's round the corner, so don't run.
That's the key. This is my dad. That's my sister. This is my mum and my nan. She always waits there. She worries when we're not all home. Mum and Dad worry when I am. Mind you don't burn yourself. Dry yourself properly. You'll ruin your eyes. And every Saturday morning when me and Mum go shopping, my nan always tells me to look out for the traffic. Me! It's Mum she should be telling. When she wants to get to the shop opposite, she just takes off. She doesn't bother with the crossing. We've been told at school not to go between parked cars, but to use the crossings. And my mum says that's quite right when you're young. At home there's all that sit up and eat up, otherwise you won't grow up to be big and strong and healthy. And outside, where there are cars and lorries and buses wagging past, my mum should be wearing L-plates crossing the road. Good job she doesn't drive. My dad does, and he's very careful, but he doesn't always practice what he preaches. Me and him had been up in the park Sunday morning. Then he remembered we hadn't bought a car. I started walking to the subway, and he tells me to make us late for our dinner. It's very funny how grown-ups can always be right, even when they're wrong. Now, if anybody had tried that when he'd been driving, he'd have done his nut. The best, though, was when I was with Mum. Me and her were on our way home after getting me more shoes. Anyway, we have to cross the road, and she didn't even see the car coming. She was about to tell the driver what she thought about him, and he was out the car to do the same. And you know who he was? My dad! In our new car. We could have all finished up as mincemeat. And you tell me how they would have explained that to my nan.
This chap is a fiddler. No, not that kind. Let me explain. This is a machine, quite harmless when operated by a trained operator. Oh, most impressive. Thank you, sir. Now, the fiddler has not been told or taught to use the machine, but he's going to fiddle. Fiddle with this, fiddle with that, and... oh, dear. So, at work, don't fiddle with machinery you haven't been trained to use.
Meet Mr. Blunders. Off to work, and as usual, lots on his mind. The sort of chap you could bump into at any time.
I don't know how she does it. I mean, how can anyone spend that amount of money? What does she do with it? Must be sending food parcels to her mother. Petrol. Let's get some petrol. Oh, no. I just remembered her mother's coming this weekend. Blooming women, who needs them? Oh, you, I say.
You might meet Mr. Blunders on your way to the shops. And no matter how well you think you know the road, no matter how sensibly you drive, Mr. Blunders could be round the next corner. That's why you should always wear your seatbelt. Even on the shortest trips, beware of the blunders. Clunk, click. This evening, young Billy Blunders has borrowed the keys to the family car. He's looking forward to an exciting night out, and he's got every confidence in his driving ability, which is more than his dad has.
What does he mean he's gonna put his foot down? I'll show him what putting your foot down means. Stupid. What? Hello? Me Dandruff's back again. Hold up. Me luck will be in here.
Hello, love. Clear off.
Oh, well, can't win 'em all. I know. I wonder what that little Karen's doing tonight.
You could meet Billy Blunders on your way home from work. And no matter how well you think you know the road, no matter how sensibly you drive, Billy Blunders could be round the next corner. That's why you should always wear your seatbelt. Even on the shortest trips, beware of the blunders. Clunk, click.
Hey, Dad, you know the traffic lights at the top? You know if you want to go straight on, the offside lane's favourite?
Is it?
Well, today, the other lane cleared first.
Oh, yes.
Well, in a case like that, is it all right to switch lanes?
Not if something's coming up in the other lane, it isn't.
Oh. Well, I won't do it again, Dad. Not in your car, anyway.
Oh.
I'm off to the Himalayas, Dad! When approaching lights, pick your lane early and stick to it. I won't do it again, Dad, honest.
A warning may come quite unexpectedly. We will now tell you what to do if a warning sounds when you are at home. And then we will explain what to do if you are out of doors. First, if you are at home. If attack is imminent, you will hear the attack sound like this. So take cover at once. Send your young children to the fallout room, then go quickly and turn off the gas and the electricity at the mains. Close down stoves. Damp down fires. Shut windows. And draw curtains. Then go to your fallout room and stay there. If the fallout warning sounds are heard, they will be like these. You should now move yourself and your family to the safest area in your fallout room. That is, you should get inside your inner refuge and stay there. After 2 days, the danger from fallout will get less, but don't take any risks by contact with it. The longer you stay in your refuge, the better it will be for you. Listen to your radio. Stay where you are and keep listening to your radio. Now, this is what you should do if you are out of doors when the warning sounds. Take cover at once when you hear the attack sound. If you cannot reach home in 10 minutes, take cover in the nearest building. If there is no building nearby, try to find some solid cover. If there is no solid cover, lie flat in a ditch or a hole and cover your head, face and hands as fast as you can with some of your clothes. If you hear the fallout warning, seek the nearest and best cover as quickly as you can. But before entering the building or cover, brush or shake off any fallout dust you may have picked up and get rid of it. Change your outer clothing if you can. Stay under cover. When the all clear sounds, like this, it means that you are safe from attack or fallout for the time being, and that you can go out again. But keep listening for further warnings, or to your radio for further advice.
You never know what's round the corner, so don't run.
Well, here we are in Oak Apple Road to see Augustus Winsock, the oldest living cyclist in the world, overtaking a parked vehicle. What a superb opportunity this is for all young cyclists to see the master in action. What elbows, what knees. And now, as he approaches, he looks back to check on traffic behind him. He makes a signal. Nothing sloppy there. Absolutely clear to anything coming behind. And now he moves out so he can see ahead. Slows up to let traffic go by. And now smartly past the vehicle and tucked in again close to the curb. When you see an action like that, so gracefully, so correctly performed, you understand just why he stayed alive so long.
If you leave a cigarette or pipe burning while you're out of the room, or if you don't make sure that stubs and matches are properly put out, and if they're near any upholstered furniture, you could be turning your house into a death trap. Watch this test and see just how fast fire in an upholstered armchair spreads. After only 2 minutes, deadly fumes and smoke begin to fill the room. Less than 1 minute after that, if you were in the house, you'd be affected by the smoke so fast, the chances are you'd never escape in time. So keep matches and lighted cigarettes away from upholstered furniture. Remember, smoke kills.
I like the white ones. Is that the white? Try this one. One for you, one for you. I haven't got that.
To children, medicines look like sweets. If they can reach them, they'll eat them. So keep all medicines out of reach, and don't keep them once you're better.
I wonder what they're doing up there. Yes, it's gone very quiet, hasn't it?
That was a public information film. Your dad, 90 years old, bless him, had to leave school at...
I left school at 11.
It didn't give him much of a chance in life, did it?
Give me no chance in life.
This was all very wrong, and the school leaving age was raised.
It was better for my lad. We made sure he stayed till he was 14.
Yes, it was better for you, but not good enough.
To give my lad the right start in life, he should have had more schooling.
That was going to cost money, and there were depressions and wars.
I was at Wipers.
But now, at long last, all children will get the chance they deserve. For in 1972, the school leaving age will be raised from 15 to 16.
You make sure that lad makes the best of it.
Be patient with Grandad. He's a bit jealous.
Your life could be at risk if someone falls in the water. Don't try to swim out unless you know about life-saving. Because in water, anything can happen. Try to reach out, but only as far as is safe. If you can't reach, throw something to hang on to.
Hang on to this!
Try to extend your reach, even wade out, but only if you can be sure of your foothold. In a boat, approach from the stern. Save life safely.
You'd best not smoke at all, but smoking in bed is like lighting a slow fuse. It'll get you in the end. Even if you're wide awake, sober and sensible, it's easy to drop some burning ash. It'll smolder, and you may not smell a thing. It'll give off fumes that will make you dopey. When later it flares up, you may be too far gone to escape. Smoking in bed is like lighting a slow fuse. Don't do it.
When you've come home from work and decided you're very tired, ready for bed, think safe. Tidy up at night. Settle the coals. Put the guard in front of the fire. Empty the ashtrays. If clothes are airing near a boiler, remove them. And any oil heaters should be turned off. Take out electric plugs, especially heaters and electric irons. Not forgetting the TV set. All these are sources of danger, especially at night. Don't gamble with lives and property. You're bound to lose in the end. So when you're ready for bed, think.
We're going to take you back and show you just how this fire started. Every time you light a cigarette, you light a fire. Put it out before you can't put it out.
You all right, Tansy? Even when you take care and switch an appliance off, its flex can still be a danger. Kettles and irons stay hot. Keep flexes out of children's reach.
There once was a planet of really cool beings, but they had one strange habit. They all chewed on blue sticks, which made their breath smell. The sticks tasted disgusting, but nobody admitted they didn't like them. Worse still, the sticks were poisonous and caused terrible damage to their bodies. But despite all this, nobody said anything. Until one of them, who was trying it for the first time, said,
This is Bogan.
Meeting Julie, babe. It's Julie!
Make your plan. Get out alive.
One fine day, Tufty is playing on the grass with Bobby Brown Rabbit. But Harry Hare and Willy Weasel are playing out by the road, near the cars and buses. Poor Willy. The car has knocked him down. Very luckily, Mr. Policeman Badger comes along to help. "Oh, my word," says Policeman Badger. "You are both silly boys to play in the road. Now Willy's been hurt. He won't be able to play with you for a long time. Never play near the road."
You wouldn't tackle a fire if you knew what was going to happen. In 30 seconds, your house will start to fill with deadly smoke. In 40 seconds, you won't be able to breathe upstairs. In 50 seconds, you won't be able to breathe downstairs. So you won't even have time to fill a bucket of water. Get out, get the fire brigade out, and stay out.
There is now a danger that has become a threat to us all. It is a deadly disease and there is no known cure. The virus can be passed during sexual intercourse with an infected person. Anyone can get it, man or woman. So far it's been confined to small groups, but it's spreading. So protect yourself. And read this leaflet when it arrives. If you ignore AIDS, it could be the death of you. So don't die of ignorance.
That was a public information film.
You never know what's round the corner. So don't run.
One day when my dad went fishing, he took Charlie and me along. While he was fishing, we started having fun with the puddles. Dad shouted, "Come back here!" But just then, Charlie tried to do an extra big jump, and he went over the edge and into the water. Charlie nearly drowned. It was very lucky for him, he caught on the line. Charlie says next time we go fishing we should stay very close to Dad where he can look after us. And he hopes that when you go near the water you'll stay close to a grown-up too. Charlie says that stoves are dangerous to go close to because there are so many hot things there that can hurt you.
If you mix cross-ply and radial tyres on the same axle, or use cross-ply on the rear when you've radials on the front, you might not live to regret it. Cross-ply and radial tyres. Check how you mix them.
Think of all the things a child can get up to. With a fitted guard is not enough. A child could lose his fingers if he touches a fire. Guard all types of fire with a separate guard. Like this.
Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Charlie says that if ever you see a box of matches lying around, tell Mummy because they can hurt you.
If you had a job to do about the house, high up, say, out of reach, you wouldn't climb up on this, would you? Of course not. You'd use a pair of steps it's safe to climb on. Steps with a hand grip, would you? You wouldn't make do with a stool or a chair, because making do makes danger. Next time you have a job to do, something to fetch down from the top of a wardrobe, a spot of decorating, or just changing a light bulb, if it's out of reach, you'll take the right steps, won't you?
If you don't think about fire risks, your home is a time bomb. Never leave fires unguarded. Check plugs and take them out at night. If you smoke, make sure cigarettes are out. See doors are shut, or the unthinkable might happen. Fight fire before it starts. This is the GLC working in London for safety.
Charlie and I were out the back when Vera and Dave came by and said, "Come along for a picnic." And I was going, but Charlie said, he says I better tell Mum where I'm going. So we told him to wait while we went and asked. But Mum was talking to the milkman. And she talked such a long time that when I had asked her and she'd said yes, the others had gone. Mum asked us why we hadn't gone, and when I told her, she said we'd been good for not going, and would we like a day out with her instead? Charlie says always tell your mummy before you go off somewhere so she knows who you are with.
We're going to meet some of Charlie's friends for tea today, but before that, Charlie wants to remind you about the Green Cross Code.
Before you cross the road, first find a safe place to cross. Then stop.
Stand on the pavement near the curb.
Look all around for traffic and listen.
If traffic is coming, let it pass. Then look all round again.
When there is no traffic near, walk straight across the road.
And keep looking and listening for traffic while you cross. You want some? Hope you didn't want to eat. Would you like some banana? Charlie knows his Green Cross Code. Make sure you know yours. Every time you cross the road,
always use the Green Cross Code!
Over 1,000 people a year still get injured by fireworks.
For parents to supervise children's activities during...
More than 2/3 of them are children. Do you know where your child is in the weeks up to November the 5th? Out collecting? Getting fireworks from older children? Parents. Where's your child tonight? Where's that boy?
Charlie says he knows now that it's dangerous to pull the tablecloth because the hot water from the teapot hurts him very much. That you, Andy? Yes, Sal. I'm drawing a hippopotamus for my homework. What are you going to do? Light the fire. Do you think you should? Yeah. Mum says it's all right as long as I'm careful. Come and have a look at my hippo. Andy, the fire!
You never know what's round the corner. So don't run.
Charlie and I were in the park. Then this man came up and said, would I like to see some puppies? And I said yes. And I was going to go, but Charlie stopped me. Charlie's reminded me my mum says I shouldn't go off with people I don't know. Then the man went away. We went and told Mummy, and she said we'd been very good. I got an apple and Charlie got something he likes. He says never go anywhere with men or ladies you don't know.
Industry needs power. So do hospitals. So do essential services. At home, you could get by with less. So switch off some power. Now.